last until the next day. This perfume, guys, is so stunning. It's a beautiful, creamy, sweet. It opens fruity and juicy. It has lychee and violet leaves in the top notes. I think it's a perfect fragrance for the holidays, and get ready for the compliments. Hi guys, I'm Giselle, I review fragrances. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. Guys, today is all about fragrance recommendations I have for the holidays. Yes, it's a little bit too early, but I think that it's always a good idea to start with plenty of time so you can find the best deals both online and in stores. And why not? Let's get started right now. I hope you enjoyed my video. And without further ado, let's dive in. The first fragrance I have on my list today is Signature by Bond No. 9. Guys, there's a reason why they call it Signature. And to me, this is a 10 out of 10 in all the departments. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's really, really stunning. It's an oud rose perfume, but it's not your typical rose oud overdone type of scent. It's not the animalic oud type of fragrance either. It's a beautiful oud rose fragrance, very bright, very luxurious smelling. This perfume smells very, very luxurious, very upscale, very elevated, and it's a type of scent that screams, I'm here, look at me, I arrived. It's very bold, sexy. It's just stunning. Let me try a little bit. Oh, it's so good. It's so bright, so luxurious. It smells luxury in every drop. Seriously, there are very few fragrances in my collection that smell this luxurious. It's pure parfum. It has a 30% oil concentration. Just to give you an idea, eau de parfum usually has anywhere between 15 and 20% of oil concentration. Some brands like Tom Ford, for example, are renowned for having very high oil concentration in their eau de parfum. They go all the way up to 26 and even 28% oil concentration. This is 30. So again, we're talking about pure parfum, and it is a beauty. This is a type of scent that when you wear it, I can almost guarantee that you will be smelled before you enter the room. It's very bold, very unapologetic, very sexy. It's perfect for night outs, especially during the winter. And I think it's a perfect fragrance for the holidays. I think this is a great option for New Year's Eve, for example. And get ready for the compliments. This perfume is a massive compliment getter. Compliments galore, you guys. Every single time I wear this fragrance, I get compliments. I even had to write down the name for people several times, actually. And it's beautiful. I remember when I first bought this fragrance around 2012, something like that. It was very expensive. I think it was one or the most expensive fragrance in their entire line, probably because of the reason that it is pure parfum. Nowadays, since it's not new anymore, you can find it for a much better deal. And speaking of deals, in case you're interested in this fragrance, you can get it on bloomingdale's.com and get 15% off. Performance, it's outstanding. Again, I think there's a reason why they call it Signature. It has great projection, incredible sillage, and it lasts about 10 hours on my skin, if not more. Bond No. 9 Signature is a great option for the upcoming holiday season. The next fragrance I have on my list today is New York 5th Avenue by one of my favorite houses, Fragrance du Bois. This perfume, guys, is so stunning. It screams winter for me 1000%. However, and honestly, I can't find the association with the 5th Avenue because nowadays the only thing you smell there is weed. It smells terrible. Look at him. However, New York 5th Avenue smells like winter to me. It's an extremely elegant perfume, very bright. It opens with a very bright and juicy bergamot note. And bergamot is pretty common in perfumery because it gives that kick, that sparkly, uplifting, very vibrant opening. And this is exactly how this fragrance opens, right? After a few minutes, when the fragrance starts to transition, you will get more of the hard notes. And then it's where the caramel starts kicking in. This perfume has caramel in the heart note. However, this is not a caramel fragrance. It's not a gourmand fragrance at all. It doesn't smell like pastry. It doesn't smell like a piece of cake. The caramel here provides gooiness, provides creaminess, and that particular addictive component that many gourmand fragrances have, which in my opinion makes this fragrance a little bit more feminine leaning rather than a typical unisex scent. It is still unisex, but in my opinion, and thanks to the caramel note, it leans more feminine. So this is what I'm wearing today. This is my scent of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it directly on my skin. Guys, this perfume is so stunning. It also has a very interesting note, which is cypriol oil. I explained what it is and talk about cypriol oil in previous videos, but just to give you a quick overview, cypriol oil is used in perfumery to add an extra layer of complexity and sophistication to fragrances, which this perfume embodies to perfection. This oil combines really well with woody notes. In fact, this is the most common form where you will find this oil in fragrances, but also with spices like cinnamon, cardamom, pepper, and floral notes. This perfume has also a very beautiful dry down. It has vanilla. The dry down is very woodsy, very vanillic, and slightly incensey. No wonder, because we have guaiac wood here in the base. Guaiac wood is also known as Palo Santo, which has a incensey, slightly smoky, but more incensey than smoky type of scent, and adds complexity and depth to fragrances. It's a really stunning perfume, very beautiful, super duper long lasting. It lasts anywhere between 8 and 10 hours. I can totally see myself wearing this fragrance for New Year's Eve. Wow, it's a stunner. Beautiful fragrance. This is also what I would call a special occasions type of scent, whatever that means to you, but this is something that I want to keep for special occasions. I have a little tray where I have my special occasions fragrances, and this is one of them. This perfume reminds me a lot of Oud Saint Mood by Maison Francisco Jean, which I'm also going to review today. It's different, but it has similar vibes. I would wear this perfume for the same occasions, time of year, you name it, as I would Oud Saint Mood. Very beautiful, very luxurious smelling, and it's a very elegant and sophisticated cold weather type of scent. The next perfume I have on my list today is 𝗕𝗏 1 by Xerjoff. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, this perfume takes the name after the street where the Xerjoff store is located in Torino, in Italy, and it's a beauty. This is a vanilla chocolate type of scent. However, again, we have gourmand notes here, but this is not a typical gourmand fragrance, or this is what I would call a grown-up type of gourmand. You do have those beautiful, yummy, addictive notes. However, it's not edible or anything like that. The chocolate note here, it's dark chocolate, so it is creamy, but it's not extremely sweet. What a beautiful fragrance. This is one of the most elegant fragrances with chocolate that you can find on the market. It's so elegant. The chocolate here is very soft. Again, this is not a typical gourmand. This is not like a chocolate scent. So if you want a chocolate forward fragrance, this is not for you. However, if you enjoy gourmand notes, and if you like especially the dark chocolate note, which adds a lot of depth and complexity to fragrances, this would be perfect. Xerjoff has another one with chocolate in the composition, which is Symphonium. Symphonium has a stronger chocolate note than this one. However, I find 𝗕𝗏 more elegant and more sophisticated. It opens very bright, very fruity, very juicy. It has quince and it has peach. And then it transitions into the core notes where we find the chocolate, and then it settles down into a vanillic and caramel base. Again, the caramel here doesn't provide scent, it provides creaminess and that soft addictive component that many gourmand fragrances have. However, it's not your typical gourmand scent. Very elegant, very sophisticated, with a couple gourmand notes, which is my vibe. And if that is your vibe, then 𝗕𝗏 1 is a must try. I adore this fragrance. It lasts about 5-6 hours on my skin, and it's just beautiful. Really beautiful. It doesn't project massively. After a couple hours, it becomes more like a skin scent. It sits closer to the skin. However, people would smell it. I would say it has a moderate projection throughout the entire lifetime of the fragrance. It's a great option for the holidays if you like sophisticated fragrances with a gourmand touch. 𝗕𝗏 1 by Xerjoff. The next recommendation I have on my list today is 𝘬𝐿𝐼 Yum Boujee Marshmallow 81. 𝘬𝗟 sent me this fragrance in PR. One thing I love about 𝘬𝗟 and their team is that I've been on their PR list for quite some time, and I've never been requested to do a review in exchange for a free bottle. In fact, I declined those requests. I only review fragrances I truly love. I want to bring you value. I don't like to spread negativity or throw shade, so if I don't like a fragrance, I just don't review it. And this case was no exception. They sent me their beautiful PR package. I posted a reel on Instagram yesterday if you want to watch it. I did a full review there, and I'm going to review it today again. I really like this fragrance. It has something nostalgic that reminds me of my childhood when I was a little kid. I loved everything strawberry, cake, candy, ice cream, whatever, whatever. But I truly love strawberries. And this fragrance captures those memories to perfection. It's a beautiful, creamy, sweet, oh, it's very, very beautiful. Creamy, sweet, but it's not fruit fly sweet as I described it yesterday. It's not cloying, it's not annoyingly sweet, it's not headache inducing or anything like that. It's a very soft fragrance. It's very fluffy, very cottony, very easy to wear, creamy. I don't know if you watched one of my previous videos where I reviewed one of the fragrances in their 𝘬𝙎𝙎 line, and I mentioned that I think that that line targets a more mature audience. Well, in the same way I said that, I'm going to tell you that this perfume targets, in my opinion, a younger crowd. Now, you can wear whatever you want, but I think it's a really beautiful scent. In the marshmallow here, which is one of the most prominent notes, we have basically 3 key notes here, which are strawberry, marshmallow, and vanilla. You can smell those 3 right on the first spritz. Let me spray a little bit here. Those 3 notes are very present right in the opening. One thing I want to tell you is that the marshmallow here, it's pretty photorealistic, because I don't know if you know, but marshmallow doesn't exist. It's a synthetic note, it's a fantasy note created with orange blossom. And for the most part, most marshmallow fragrances we have on the market, to me they smell more like orange blossom than marshmallow. But here you can truly smell the marshmallow. Very sugary, very fluffy, very creamy. As I said, the marshmallow note here, it's pretty photorealistic. It's just beautiful, very easy to wear, very versatile. This fragrance reminds me a lot of Burberry Hair Elixir. So if you like that one, you will love this one too. The main difference is that I find this one way creamier, while Elixir, it's a little bit more pungent, especially in the opening. I find Boujee Marshmallow creamier than that. I have to be honest with you, I can't find the bougie aspect of it, which is part of the name. I can find that. However, if you like feminine, easy to wear, creamy, fluffy, musky, sweet but not cloying type of scents, this fragrance is a must try. It truly is a pretty scent, and I think it's perfect for the holiday season. The next recommendation I have on my list today is Love Don't Be Shy Extreme by Kilian. Now, I have the original, which in fact has been one of my signature scents for years. I bought that fragrance. That was my first Kilian fragrance, way before it became popular, way before the hype. And it's been one of my signature scents to this day. However, after Kilian launched this version, this became my favorite. I absolutely love this perfume. The original is basically a neroli orange blossom marshmallow fragrance. Notes that this fragrance also has, but they added a rose note. The rose here, it's not vintage, it's not dry, it's not dark, it's not dirty. This is a very creamy, very velvety, very smooth type of rose note. And it's absolutely, absolutely stunning. It was very hard to find here in the US. Usually when you find this fragrance online, you will also see the low stock sign. So if at some point you want to buy this fragrance, make sure to snag your bottle while it's still in stock, because as I said, it's hard to find, way harder to find than the original. I think the rose note here makes this fragrance way more elevated, more sophisticated than the original, and also a little bit more grown up. To me, this is a red carpet type of scent. I wouldn't say the same about the original Love Don't Be Shy. This one to me is red carpet level. It's a perfect day or nighttime type of scent. I prefer to wear this during the night. I usually wear the original during the day, and I keep this one for night out or date nights. My husband loves this fragrance on me, and I do too. It's a very smooth white floral perfume, Usually fragrances with white floral notes tend to be a little bit heady. Trust me, it's not a heady fragrance. It's not indolic. This is smooth, creamy, velvety, rather than heady and indolic. It's so nice, so beautiful. This is a great option for the holiday season. If you haven't, give it a try. 𝘿𝙗𝗴𝗿 Extrait. The next recommendation I have for you today is French Affair by 𝗕𝟐🏻. Yes, another 𝗕𝟐🏻 fragrance in my video. This house, guys, you have to explore this house. They have the most stunning perfumes on the market, the most unique perfumes. Like I always say, I truly value uniqueness, the uniqueness factor in perfumes, especially when we are paying the price tag we are paying for niche perfumes, right? And 𝗕𝟐🏻 is one of those houses that has that uniqueness factor that I truly, truly appreciate in perfumery. So this is a 𝘕 fragrance. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know this is my favorite olfactory group. For the most part, the most elegant and sophisticated perfumes are 𝘕 fragrances. And this one is hands down one of my favorites from 𝗕𝟐🏻. It opens fruity and juicy. It has bergamot, lychee, and violet leaves in the top notes. Bergamot is used in perfumery for the most part in the top notes to provide fragrances that kick that uplifting and vibrant opening. It evaporates pretty quickly. Then we have lychee, which is very fruity, juicy, watery, dewy, and provides a lot of femininity. And we also have violet leaves, which is completely different than violet. And I bring that up because I know that many people don't like violet. The violet note is powdery. Sometimes it can be a little bit dry, but it's mostly powdery and very, very soft, very feminine. While violet leaves, it's a completely different vibe. Completely different. It's green, it's clean, it's fresh. Completely different vibe and completely different scent as well. It's so beautiful, so elegant. And since we are talking about a 𝘕 fragrance, of course we have patchouli and we have oak moss in the base. It's a perfect fragrance for the holidays, super duper elegant, lasts anywhere between 8 and 10 hours. It's very long lasting, projects like crazy. This fragrance is not for the faint of heart. It's for a confident lady, and I say lady because it's a feminine perfume to me. This is not unisex, but of course you can wear whatever you want. Now, to me, it's a feminine fragrance, feminine leaning fragrance, and that's why I was saying this is for a very confident woman who likes to command attention. It's a great all year round type of scent. However, personally, I think it performs better under colder weather. It's a perfect fragrance for the holidays. So if you haven't tried yet, give it a try. French Affair by 𝗕𝟐🏻. And the last fragrance I have for you today is Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is an extrait de parfum, so the concentration is very, very high. Honestly, let me tell you something. I fell in love with the original, which is an eau de parfum. It's absolutely stunning. It lasts forever on my skin, and I loved it so much. I fell so hard for the original that after I went through the whole bottle, I didn't even have one single drop left. Then when it came the time to repurchase the fragrance, because this is a keeper for life, both the eau de parfum or the extrait are keepers for life. They came up with this extrait version. And yeah, I decided to step up my game and I bought the extrait de parfum. Now, both are very, very similar, almost identical. It's very common that people think that the oil concentration just means longer lasting power, right? Which is partially true, but it's not just that. Sometimes, or oftentimes, I would say, the fragrance changes a little bit. There are some notes that are added, other notes are removed, to a point that oftentimes it's even worth having both the eau de parfum and the extrait. However, in this case, I would say it would be redundant because even the eau de parfum is extremely, extremely long lasting. At least on my skin, there's not a big difference in terms of performance. Projection is pretty similar, sillage is pretty similar, and lasting power too. Both fragrances last until the next day. Seriously, they are extremely long lasting. So in this very particular case, Oud Satin Mood, I don't think it justifies having both, unless you want, of course. But this is definitely more concentrated, so that's completely up to you, but I just wanted to give you my candid opinion. Now, this perfume, oh my God. This perfume is something else. This is a typical cold weather fragrance. I could only wear Oud Satin Mood during the winter. It's very rich, slightly powdery. It has violet in the composition. It also has geranium. Oh, so good. Rose. It has styrax, which is a resin. It has cinnamon. It has oud, benzoin, vanilla. Nothing has been left out here. It's perfection. the notes combination, especially in the base, is a masterpiece on its own. It has styrax, which is a resin that it's sweet, it's rich, it's very balsamic. It's also slightly spicy, reminiscent of cinnamon. We also have cinnamon that it's combined with the styrax, it's combined with vanilla. And if that wasn't enough, we also have benzoin in the base. Benzoin is another resin that it's used to add warmth and sweetness. It's similar to vanilla, but it smells like a honeyed vanilla. So the dry down is absolutely beautiful. It's what anchors the whole composition, what balances the whole composition, and it's an extremely, extremely long-lasting dry down. And what you smell in the dry down, it's what you will continue smelling throughout the entire lifetime of the fragrance, which is at least 12 hours on my skin. Trust me, it doesn't get any better than this. Perfect fragrance for the holidays. Again, another great option for New Year's Eve or for the holidays. And the colder the weather, the better. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video about top recommendations for the holidays. If you would like to see a part 2, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to film a part 2 for you. Stay safe and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.